Hello, dear friends. I thought a lot about starting my speech, what I have to say good morning or maybe good evening, and I decided to say good morning because it's 8 a.m. in Moscow now. Before we begin, I would like to thank to organize to this event for giving us the opportunity to participate in this competition. And considering in situation in the world right now, your efforts I greatly appreciate. My name is Ksenia Borevskaya. Let me tell you about the Sixth Senses Japanese Garden, which is established on the territory of the resort complex on the southern coast of the Crimea Peninsula. The park is 40 minutes from the nearest cities. We organize transport for our guests. The garden was designed according to Japanese cultural traditions and is one of the largest in Europe. The territory of our garden is over 6 hectares. The garden was opened in May 2018 and took almost 2 years to be constructed. It has been visited by over 50,000 people for all time. 1,700 tons of stones from Japan were used in the formation of garden. The heavy stone weighed 32 tons. The rocks were shipped by sea and it took about 2 months to be delivered. In addition to that, the garden property also has unique structures like gates, buildings, bridges, the souvenir and the tea rooms, hot spring pavilions, and the Zen meditation temple. They were made by Kyoto craftsmen and transported from Japan. The garden has 3 decorated carved ponds, charming waterfalls, and the streams. The entire ecosystem is man-made, but follow the laws of nature. Tiro Nakano is the landscape design of this project. He is the guardian of Kyoto's Imperial Gardens, as well as the designer of more than 20 unique projects of landscape architecture. Tiro Nakano is a member of a landscape artist family that has been in existence for many generations. The name of our garden means the opportunity to find enjoyment through all 6 senses: sight, smell, taste, touch, hearing, and the 6th sense, harmony. Japanese gardens are an integral part of Japanese culture. Over the years, there has been a mixture of religion, art, and the love of nature. We believe it's very important to be mindful of the way other people perceive the world and the principle of their lives. It is also necessary to maintain good ties and economical, political, and other types of international cooperation. Anyone who finds himself in such a garden busy city life feels they are in another world, peaceful and beautiful, where there is peace between nature and human activity, regardless of nationality or religion. Let me tell you more about the architecture of the garden. There are 3 terraces in the garden on the side of mountain. The top terrace is the tea garden. There is tea house. The official supplier of the Imperial Palace in Japan made the fine wooden furniture that decorated the tea house. You can also see the 19th century samurai sword kept here without a glass dome, which in itself is a fascinating fact. The architect called this place the garden with an ocean in the sky, as the endless sea appears to merge in the sky in the morning. On the middle terrace, called the promenade garden, there are 3 open-air hair tubes called onsen, and the premium hot tube called rotanduro. Thermal springs have a special place in the history of Japan. Only a nobleman could afford it. Now that is available to anyone who wishes to visit them. Unsurprisingly, this is a popular tourist destination all year round, especially in the Russian winter. The springs provide a wonderful view of the sea and the mountains of Crimea. There is the temple, Zendo, on the territory of the garden. The building is dedicated to the abbot of Buddhist monastery. Zendo is an excellent place to practice meditation. There is the hot pond of the low terrace, with the crystal clear water and the path of stones. There is an island in the middle of the pond where there is Tori, a traditional red gate. Tori is one of the Japanese most prominent symbols. Usually they are situated at the gateway to the Holy Land. The pond gives the garden distinctive beauty, filled with beauty and quiet. It's also home to koi carps, which our guests love to feed. More than about 100 large trees and 4,500 flowers, grasses, and mosses in the garden. Japanese cypress was used in the construction of architecture elements without any paint or extra saturation. More than 50 gardeners are responsible for the garden at the same time every day. On the land of the garden, we hold tours, tea ceremonies, tell our guests about Japanese art, teach master classes, and periodically plan activity devoted to Japanese national holidays. In 2019, our garden was included in the official list of attractions in the Republic of Crimea, which was a great honor for us. The Sixth Sense Japanese Garden became a part of the National Garden Tourism Program of the Russian Open Garden Society in May 2019. The garden team is the key asset to the project. Tour guides and team masters have depth of knowledge, immerse our visitors in Japanese history and introduce them to its ceremonies. We perform ongoing preparation for team and plan trips to Japan in order to consistently develop their knowledge. The garden is a private area and is available free for change to hotel guests. For the rest, a similar fee applies. We really suggest that you visit this unique place where Crimean and Japanese nature intertwines, where the sense of each becomes a surprise, where many waterfalls, streams, and trees can make you fall in love and come back again and again. It's very important to share this experience with all the residents and visitors of our peninsula. Visitors to Crimea who have already visited all sorts of palaces, wineries, parks, and other attractions of Crimea who are used to them would be delighted to try a brand new format of tourist recreation. Thank you for your attention. Welcome to the Japanese Garden. Welcome to Crimea.
Thank you very much, and very interesting presentation, and obviously a very interesting garden, especially the setting that it is in.